Faith. Today we're going to talk about the regular Latin Maxims lawyer use and their meanings. At the end of this video, we'll understand their meaning and why it is used. The first we're going to talk about today is the principle of res ipsa loquitur. Lots of Nigerians use this maxim but don't understand the meaning. Well, it simply means a fact speaks for itself. It is mostly applied when handling issues on negligence. The next one we're going to talk about today is the principle of caveat emptor. Most Nigerian lawyers use this, yet you don't understand what they are referring to. The principle of caveat emptor implies or simply means let the buyer beware. Yeah, you heard me right. Let the buyer beware. This is usually used to imply that a buyer should conduct proper or thorough investigation before purchasing a property or a landed property. The next one we're going to talk about today is non-heirs at law. This particular Latin maxim, I bet that most Nigerians don't know about it. They don't know what it means, but they continuously engage in it. This particular Latin maxim means not my deed. Well, this principle of law usually arises when a person argues that he or she was misinformed about the nature of a document that was signed. However, this principle of law will not apply where the negligence can be proved on the part of the individual. The next one we're going to talk about is the principle of nemo quod non habet. Yeah, you heard me right. So many Nigerians, they quote this particular principle of law and they don't even understand what it means. Well, this principle of law means you cannot give what you don't have. Yeah, you cannot give what you don't have. This principle of law applies to transfer of property, transfer of ownership, transfer of rights. You cannot transfer what you don't have. For instance, so many persons have properties they are looking after. Because it's not your own, you cannot sell off such property because you don't have the legal right to do so. So the principle of the quod non habet prohibits such person from selling off a property that does not belong to him or her. The last one on the list for today, the last one we're going to talk about today is the principle of voluntary non-fit injuria. Yeah, you heard it. It's a very long Latin maxim, which means no wrong is done to one who consents. You cannot consent to something and still come and claim that a wrong was done to you. That's actually what this principle of law or this Latin maxim is trying to say. When you have already foreseen a risk in an action, you cannot turn back and seek action or seek blame from that injury which came from the action or which resulted from the action. Continue staying glued on this page and keep getting enlightened. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.